So what's important to you?
What's important to me?
Yeah, I often wonder about comedian. What's, behind the jokes and blah, blah, blah. When the lights are out, what's important to you when you're not on stage?
I think more and more it's becoming having like really good friendships and stuff, and having like a close group of people that I trust and trust me, and I enjoy working with. And yeah, I think that's become kind of my focus. I think that's, yeah.
So do you want to
What do you
get
mean,
married
like-
one day and have children?
Yeah, definitely.
And why do you want that?
It feels like, on a recent podcast, I just had a big argument with a couple of my buddies about this. But it seems like a project that I'd like to be a part of. That's a really sterile way of saying it, but it's like, I like the idea of committing to somebody and really, having kids, investing in them, growing with them. I feel like there's something in that experience that's valuable and would change me for the better. And I feel like when it's all said and done, when I'm on my deathbed, I think that would be like something that I would have liked to have accomplished, as opposed to just living for myself the whole time.
And so when you say it would change me for the better, what is it about you that needs to change?
I think there's things when you're like a single guy, when you're doing comedy, you're traveling a lot. Life is very fun. I don't have a whole lot holding me down. But I think that can be, in some ways, like a little too easy of a way to live. I would really I think like I was saying before about being like a better friend, being more like committed to my friends and stuff like that. I feel like I could do a better job of just showing up for people.
Oh, okay. So
And I feel like having a family can bring that out of you.
Amazing. You are a millennial, right?
I guess. What's the age group again? I got no idea.
What's the age group? No one knows. I think. I don't know either. I think it's in the 30s, though. I think it ends in the 30s.
Sure.
It's hard for millennials to find a woman that would be worthy of a good wife and a good mother, because women today are totally insane. Have you noticed that?
Well, I feel like that's like an ages-old situation, right? The hot, crazy ones are the most fun to be around, but the ones that make good parents maybe have a little bit of a different energy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think there's plenty of good women out there. I've met them.
You met a good woman?
Yeah. Have you?
Never. No such thing as a good woman.
There's no such thing?
No.
Wow.
How is there no such thing?
Yeah, how could that be possible?
Because if you notice, women are angry, controlling, they're on an ego trip. They're very insecure and emotional.
Yeah, I've hung around a few of those women. Yeah. You've never met one that isn't?
No.
Where are you hanging out, man? You gotta
all over the place.
You gotta broaden your horizons. Yeah. You
So
haven't found one that isn't angry and controlling?
Right. And you have you?
Yeah.
And what was it about the one you met that made her good? Because there's no such thing as a good woman. What is it about the one you met that made her good?
Well, she wasn't angry. She wasn't controlling. She was, a really intelligent person. She was great to like talk to. She was thoughtful, insightful. And yeah, let me live my life.
Well, why did you marry her?
Life of her own. I guess I just didn't have the good sense to do it.
You regret not marrying her?
Yeah, I think, well, there's also like I'm in a little bit of a phase of my career where I'm focusing on the work. So that can become tough, where it's like, this person's a good person. They would be a great fit, but you have all these other sort of obligations and commitments and goals, and it can interfere with your ability to, put the time in to make that relationship work.
So did she break up with you, or you broke up with her?
I think it was kind of a mutual thing.
Oh, okay. Amazing.
Yeah. That's amazing.
That's amazing.
Do you have a lady in your life?
Not now. I was engaged
No.
twice, but I do have a son and grandkids and great grandkids.
Okay.
I did it the black way. I made them out of wedlock.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of white people doing that too.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that too bad?
I guess. I don't know. If it works for people, it works for people. I know I have a couple friends that do that co-parenting thing, and they love it. They have the kid for a couple days a week, and then their partner has them, and they like the vacation, the weekly vacation from the intensity.
But the kids suffer from it though, because kids love their fathers, and fathers love their children, and they love to be around their fathers when they're from house to house. The parents may feel good about it, but the kids are suffering from it.
Yeah, I think those are always like tough. Those are tough questions, right? It's like, that's a struggle. That's a complicated idea to deal with as a kid, that your parents aren't together anymore. But the flip side can be pretty bad too. If you're living in a house that's full of anger and violence, worst case scenario, that can fuck a kid up pretty bad too.
Yeah. Are you surprised?
So that's like a tough, yeah.
Are you surprised at how violent women are today toward men? And they slap men, they curse them out, they want to control.
Dude, who are you hanging out with? You getting your ass kicked by women all over the place? What's going on?
No, but are you surprised how violent they are toward men? And then they lie and say the man is the violent one?
I mean, you think that's happening a lot?
A lot, 99% of the time.
99% of the time?
Yeah.
What were your two engagements like when you were engaged with your women? Were they slapping you? Were they hitting you?
No, I would never allow that. Ain't no way they're gonna slap me.
Now you got a good. You got a good block.
They wouldn't even raise their hand. They wouldn't even think about it, because they know.
Why not?
They know I wouldn't put up with it.
So you got the 0.1%.
Yes.
You found him.
Yes.
And it didn't work out.
Because once I became engaged, they tried to control me. You know how women love to control, and I wasn't going to let that happen.
No.
You know what I mean?
What were you doing that they were like, don't do that anymore?
They didn't like it when I would be around other women, or they'd be jealous, or they gossip and mess like, you know how women are.
They weren't jealous before you guys were engaged?
Yeah.
They'd be
well,
like,
they may have been, but they didn't show it. Until, once they got you, they think now they can, the real person comes out instead of that phony woman that you're dating, right? When they get you, you see the real person. That's when the hell starts.
Yeah. How long did you guys date before you got engaged?
7 years. And then
for 7 years.
Yeah, and then one for
impressive.
about 3 years, I think.
Okay.